What's good, y'all? If you're new to the channel, my name is Shadiq and I like the KRXOVR Media. Many of you are probably new subs, having seen my reaction to We're All Alone in This Together with Frank. I actually have a video coming out, but my second thoughts about that album, that has been a couple weeks, so look out for that. Also, thank you for all of you who voted on your top 10 songs for new Dave listeners. I finally finished my Intro to Dave playlist, so look out for that video where I explain all the songs that I think all new Dave listeners should listen to. But listen, man, if y'all did see my reaction to the whole album, you know that this one is a banger. I just want to see what the visuals are going to be like. I know it's going to have a bit of a theme that aligns with the song, so I don't want to hold y'all too much longer. Let's get it.
Check out the studio for the shit's nuts.
This is definitely one of my favorite songs on the project. I know some people are a little bit iffy about it, but it's one of my personal favorites. The truth is madder than fiction sometimes.
Look, I see a thing that I touch, tell me about talking stage, gotta tell her don't force it. Beef, man, pepper and salt it. Me and RJ gotta pull up, no talking trap. You ain't got a rack to your name, my bro. Brick Lane, we don't know about Shoreditch. Rental, I never insured it. M25 got a whip that calmly. Man try beef, my doggy. Warzone ting, how I come for a party.
Hold on, time out. You see how he actually got himself looking like dumb nervous, as if he's really like on a real mission right now. I'm really looking for this. I'm mostly watching this to catch like the visuals, because I already know what the song is. I do know that Dave is one of those artists where sometimes, doesn't matter how many times you listen to the song, you catch something different. Like I didn't even know what Verdansk was because I don't play Call of Duty. So after I looked it up, it made even more sense after the fact.
Calmly. Man,
but he got that nervous twitch. Dave really can be an actor.
My little nigga can't lose that cash. I drop YGs, do it like Kalani. I don't rock Gucci or Armani. ST from ST, I can't squash that beef like fruit and barley. Still got a one black star like Kwame. Free car convoy and something. My mum got matching whips with young'uns. Should've made Sinead.
Wait, Kwame. You know, I didn't even look this one up. I wonder, is he talking about Kwame Ture? Maybe. I'm not even gonna try to pretend like I know, because it sounds like something to do with like somebody, like a Pan-Africanist or something. I don't know, I could be wrong. That's actually one of the things I haven't looked into. So if you know what that reference is, drop it in the comments. I may or may not annotate it somewhere, but yeah.
Free car convoy and something. My mum got matching whips with young'uns. Should've made Sinead hold on something, but it never would've worked, cause the girl too stubborn. Young G's talking my name when the end's gotta tell him, man, please don't risk it. On the right day, man, I just frisk him. On the wrong day, I'm getting man airlifted. I'm in Hollywood Hills with a white Rolls Royce and a one brown in from Compton. The Lambo.
These edits actually cool. Like, it's actually giving you a Call of Duty vibe. Now, I never played Call of Duty, right? So I wouldn't even doubt if that whole intro sequence is what it looks like when you're in the plane or something before you actually like drop out or something. Now they're showing it to you from the first person. If that's actually what they did here, let me know in the comments. I don't play Call of Duty, so I don't know.
I'm in Hollywood Hills with a white Rolls Royce and a one brown in from Compton. The Lambo park just in front, man, pull up to the bumper and do it like conscious. She wanna go LV, no problem. Went for the cheapest bag, that's nonsense. I took 100 bags from Barclays Bank, no cap, you can go and ask Ellie. That one mine, bouncing Betty. The bag 4K like a HD.
Yeah, and you see, that's one of those that I didn't catch the first time. When I listened to the project, he said that one mine, that one mine, bouncing Betty. Then they showed the actual explosion. That completely flew over my head. I'll give y'all that one.
Cap, you can go and ask Ellie. That one mine, bouncing Betty. Back 4K like a HD telly. Best believe that I'm back like Nelly. Chest petite with a back like jelly. I'm seeing man send indirects. If you want a war man, then you better be vocal. My right hand got a semi that's local, and this brown and I can't post on socials. My girl gotta be far from social. I don't wanna see her at Carney. 488 in a party. LBC, how I nicked the Ferrari. Girl say we're the littiest batch in South London, and bro's a fact.
Yo, it be the little things, yo. For those of y'all who have been watching my videos long enough, you know exactly what they're doing here. The fact that they're editing the video on beat, I do that in my reactions every once in a while. Like, those are the little things that can affect how videography feels, right? Like, obviously there's a visual component, but there's also what's audible, and making those things sync immerses you that much deeper into what's actually happening. You may not even realize that it's happening until you experience something that doesn't have that much detail. Then you can feel the difference, but I definitely notice it.
Here at Carney, 488 in a party. LBC, how I nicked the Ferrari.
I like how it goes to first person to show Dave, and again that cut.
Airport, we're going for bads. I hopped out the plane, I ain't going for Verdansk. What you know about telling the 1010 to keep her clothes on and moving good? I ain't on beating on misogyny, it's mahogany, I got bougie wood. Look, Airbnb with the guys, it's a white man's face that I used to book. Chill with the stupid looks, or it's gonna be a kettle that I used to cook. I see a thing that I touch, tell me about talking stage. Gotta tell her don't force it. Beef man, pepper and salt it. Me and RJ gotta pull up, no talking trap. You ain't got a rap to your name,
I'm sure there's some go hard in the comments who was saying that they weren't holding the rifles correctly or something. I bet you if you look somewhere, whether it be in a reaction video or the actual video, somebody commented saying that they're not holding them correctly. I bet you.
Me and RJ gotta pull up, no talking trap. You ain't got a rap to your name, my bro. Brick Lane, we don't know about shortage. Rental, I never insured it. M25 gotta whip that calmly. Man try beef, my doggy. Warzone thing, how I come for a party. My little nigga.
Yeah, that's another one. Like the what he said, Warzone thing, how I came third party. Again, I didn't catch that because I don't really play shooters like that. It's actually from watching Walks' Apex streams that I caught what third party means. So now he's saying he came through third party, he interrupted, you know, somebody else that was already beefing. That to me is one of those little things that's cold, yo.
Man try beef, my doggy. Warzone thing, how I come for a party. My little nigga can't lose that cash. I drop YGs, do it like Kalani. I don't rock Gucci or Armani. ST from ST, I can't squash that beef.
Yo, it's like, for whatever reason, I don't know why I keep wanting to assume that the person whose point of view we're looking through is Dave, but it's not, because they keep having somebody in front of Dave, right? You get the point I'm saying. Like, they keep having Dave pull up in front of the camera. So those little things, like, I don't know, in terms of videography and cinematography, like, those little touches, to me, gets me more immersed into what's happening, into the song. It just complements everything so much more.
I don't rock Gucci or Armani. ST from ST, I can't
I don't think Verdansk was 5 minutes, though.
Barley. Still got a one black star, like, I see a thing that I touch, tell me about talking stage. I'm telling her don't stretch it. Beef man can never neglect it. Me and MC, we pull up to inspect it. Trap, you ain't never made 10 bags. Brick Lane, it's like Tetris. Deep, I never invest.
I was like, I'm looking at the length of the song, just like, the original one wasn't this long, I don't think. All right then, heard you, Dave. It makes sense. Give him something a little bit different from what's on the album to make it worthwhile.
Like, I see a thing that I touch, tell me about talking stage. I'm telling her don't stretch it. Beef man can never neglect it. Me and MC, we pull up to inspect it. Trap, you ain't never made 10 bags. Brick Lane, it's like Tetris. Deep, I never invested. M23, I whip that slowly. We got heat in south when I head central. Don't carry shit. My shooter thought about touching the city till I made that call like Sir Alex did.
Again, it's the little things, yo. Again, in the videography, just even the way that it's color graded, like all those little things, the fact that they switch up the beat just a little bit, so you know it's the same beat obviously, but they're doing those small things to just make it that much more worthwhile to listen to for your second time around. Heard it.
M23, I whip that slowly. We got heat in south when I head central. Don't carry shit. My shooter thought about touching the city till I made that call like Sir Alex did. If the bar low, then I'm a limbo, a Kimbo. Blade for a Jimbo. Sand that, tan that, fran like.
It's funny because when he said limbo, it's like, when he said lay lows, he's probably gonna say limbo. I don't know why that was the first thing that came to my mind. And then Kimbo slice. I think he said blade, so obviously instead of slice, blade. If that's what he said.
My shooter thought about touching the city till I made that call like Sir Alex did. If the bar low, then I'm a limbo, a Kimbo. Blade for a Jimbo. Sand that, tan that, fran like Cisco. Real old school like Addy and Timbo. More time, I ain't tryna step out co-op. My hood hot like Jane and Finch. Me and RJ on survival mode. Still do a two-player like Kane and Lynch. No Lynch when I hang got her. She when I hang got a tech. This thing don't flinch. 7-inch got a punch like first and or Kimbo, blade for a Jimbo, sand that, tan that, fran like Cisco, real old school like Addy and Timbo. More time, I ain't tryna step out co-op. My hood hot like Jane and Finch. Me and RJ on survival mode, still do a two-player like Kane and Lynch. No Lynch when I hang got her. She when I hang got a tech. This thing don't flinch. 7-inch got a punch like first of the month. No pinch, no pass, 2 cars like. Let's do this.
What the
16 stepped inside, shotgun, got one, not one that you find in the side of your best friend's ride. Slide, bro's a fat. Downtown, she going for bands. I hopped out the plane, I ain't going for Verdansk.
Jesus. We're wheeling that. I don't care how you feel, we're wheeling that.
Addy and Timbo, more time, I ain't tryna step out co-op. My hood hot like Jane and Finch. Me and RJ on survival mode, still do a two-player like Kane and Lynch. No Lynch when I hang got her. She when I hang got a tech. This thing don't flinch. 7-inch got a punch like first of the month. No pinch, no pass, 2 cars like. Let's do this.
Now if he does this with more of the songs,
inside, shotgun, got one, not one that you find in the side of your best friend's ride. Slide.
Oh, shotgun, not the one on the side, meaning you're not riding shotgun.
Do this. 16 stepped inside, shotgun, got one, not one that you find in the side of your best friend's ride. Slide. Bro's a fat. Downtown, she gone for bands. I hopped out the plane.
I ain't going for Verdansk. Yeah, man, look out for my intro to Dave playlist, yo. Look out for that. Top 10 songs for new Dave listeners. Oh, now they're linking it back to the visual from the album. That's cold. Because I'm pretty sure that they did a singles cover for this particular track, and it looks like this scene. It's like the same boat with the sun or the moon glistening in the water and everything, but it's colored differently from the original album artwork. I think they did that for Verdansk. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Jeez. And definitely also look out for my second thoughts video on the album. I do have some new perspectives that I'm looking forward to sharing. If they would have found a way to link in like one of the songs from the project in this, that would have been icing to me. But I hope he does that with some more tracks from the album, right? Where it's like you already heard the song, but then he throws in something a little bit different to make it worthwhile to listen to again. This is cold. Shout out to whoever directed this, edited, the whole nine. How about the... Of course Dave has something to do with it. Of course freaking... Yeah. Yep, and again, this visual, I'm almost certain they did a single cover for Verdansk specifically that uses that kind of look. So in this channel, we hold the vowels. That means we're getting straight into it. And needless to say, Dave is just, he's at the top of the world right now. And that's obviously a stretch, but he's definitely in that S tier of artist. If you want to know how I feel about the song, like my original thoughts, check out my reaction to the whole album. This one, I like this one more than the original. However, I don't think it should have been on the album, so I'm glad that they didn't put it. I think that having that more long, drawn-out segment where he's kind of like freestyling towards the end, it works better for a single. I think if they would have put that version in the album, it would have felt more disrupted than it already does. And that's actually a bit of my thoughts as to how I think that this album could have been a little bit better. I do feel like as you listen to it more, it isn't as good as it feels at first, but it is still a very good album. But I also do have some suggestions for how it could probably be a little bit better with some minor tweaking. This is actually one of those songs that I think would have been stronger if it was placed somewhere else in the project. I think that where it is currently in the default listing, it kind of changes the tone a little bit too much. However, again, if you switch some things around, it could flow way better and make way more sense. And one of the things that I like about Dave is that you can really appreciate what he does every single time that you listen to a song. Like, there's gonna be moments that you didn't catch the first time. I think also, especially the way that I listen to music when I'm reacting versus when I'm just listening to listen to it, there's still things that I'm honing in on and I'm picking up. Now that I'm listening to it a second time, slightly different flows with the second half, all those more subtle things, you appreciate it so much more. And that's one of the main reasons why Dave is such a legendary artist. It doesn't matter how many times you listen, he's just always gonna have something hidden ever so subtly in plain sight. Incredible lyricist, incredible artist. This song is definitely one of my personal favorites on the project. I don't remember if it's one of those where my score changed after listening to it again, so if it is, it'll be reflected somewhere on the screen in the graphics, but I really do think it's one of my personal favorite Dave songs of all time. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. How do you feel about the album after sitting with it a little bit longer? What are some of your second thoughts? Do you think it gets a little bit better? Do you think it's not as good as you think it was the first time you listened? Do you think it's better than Psychodrama? Do you think it's worse? I personally don't like Psychodrama that much. I know that's gonna be a very controversial opinion, but I like we're all in this together way more. But that's just my taste. But anyway, look out for that video where I explain my second thoughts, and my intro to Dave video and mix is gonna be dropping. I'm probably gonna link the playlist somewhere up in the cards. But as always, hang tight for some more reactions. I do got more of those coming for y'all. But until next time, peace.